Good evening, viewers. I am Dr. Manmohan Maniyar. In the present tutorial series, we are discussing about various provisions of Indian Seismic Code IS 1893 Part 1 2016. We are looking at RC shear walled buildings and we are looking at the various provisions of Seismic Code. So let us see today clause number 7.12.2, that is about cantilever projections. So cantilever projections are again divided into two types: vertical projections and horizontal projections. Vertical projections are like towers, tank, parapet, smoke stakes, chimney, and these are attached to building, projecting vertically above the roof, but are not part of the structural system of the building. So these also need to be designed and checked for 5 times designed horizontal seismic coefficient AH. Same way, horizontal projections. So these are the cantilevers projecting out of the building, brackets, cornices, balconies, and this shall be designed for 5 times design vertical acceleration AV. Definition of AV we have already seen in our earlier tutorial, how to apply vertical accelerations. Very importantly, this is 5 times. However, the code make it clear that the increased design forces specified for these horizontal projections and vertical projections, they are to be applied for particularly the projecting part and their connections with the main structure, and not for the design of the main structures. So let us have a quick look. We perform non-linear time history analysis. Ground motion is used at ground motion recorded at Ahmedabad station, Bhuj earthquake. You can see here that the ground motion is horizontal and vertical. If you look carefully at support, they are vertically and horizontally, both way they are moving. Now these three structures, one is small span cantilever, another one is the large span cantilever, and the next one is the large span with heavy loads. Now let us see how these are behaving, that the response is very severe. So again, coming back to our modal participation mass ratio table, and we'll look at some fundamentals here. Now we have seen already that when we include the vertical acceleration, so here you can see that the mode number 17 and mode number 19, there is around 30% participation is there in that modes. So let us look at that modes. In mode 17, what is the structure is behaving, what are the structural oscillations. So this is mode 17, period 1.85 second, and UZ mass participation is around 30%. So let us see, and you can note particularly at these cantilevers that there is a lot of vertical excitement is observed, and it is significant, and this is the reason the code has given this factor as 5. So we have seen with the non-linear time history of cantilevers, and also at the same time we have seen the modes here. So let us look at 6.4.6, which define the seismic acceleration spectral value AV. We have already seen it is 2 by 3 Z by 2 into 2.5 divided by R by I. So again, in the simple language, it is a response spectrum with a horizontal line with an ordinate 2 by 3 into 2.5. So this way the code has defined our design seismic vertical this thing. If you look at this graph, this red line, this is representing our spectrum for vertical acceleration. We have seen that it is 2 by 3 into 2.5, that is 1.67. So we see the response spectrum function definition in the x and y direction. The software provide you a standard function. So all these things are there: zone factor, soil type, and if you look at the acceleration values, they are response spectrum is getting multiplied with the zone factor, and your curve is starting from this 0.24 But for Z direction, a user defined function, there is no such standard function. This we will define as a user defined function, and here the response spectrum values are very simple. At 0 second it is 0.4, your SA by G value is 0.4, and at 6 second also it is 0.4, 0.4. So if you look at that spectrum, it is looking like a horizontal line, which we have already seen. So response spectrum scaling is also required. We have already seen that also in our earlier tutorials. So spec X scale factor, so as to match the base shear with the empirical time period. So it is 3575. In the Y direction, again to match the base shear, it is 3625. And see, Zi by 2R, Z was accommodated in response spectrum definition, and I by 2R into G is here, and again it is scaled up. So again now we look at spec Z, spectral case Z. So here now that provision what we are discussing is coming into picture. Very first, for all buildings where we take vertical, this need to be the maximum of scaling factor, and for cantilevers this need to be 5 times of that. So we have multiplied it with 5 times, and now look at the design output. So this is with acceleration vertical coefficient, one time only used. So you can see some key reinforcement figures here, like for this cantilever it is 575 mm square, here it is 358 mm square, and here it is 143 mm square is coming the top reinforcement at support. Now when we are checking the cantilevers, we have to apply the 5 times the spectral value, that AV. So once we apply that, we will run in another file and we will check the design output, and you can see that design output here. So the reinforcement here is 2020, here it is 828, and here it is 1720. So these provisions are very stringent, and a lot of seismic force need to be considered for such members. So this way, this is a very important clause for structural safety point of view. So this is what is shown about our horizontal projections. Same way for vertical projections also we can account for. Here in this case you have to multiply the AH by 5 times. So whatever was the scaling done in the response spectrum case for X and Y direction, that need to be multiplied by 5 times. And in the same file you can make that change, and you can run it, and you can pick up the members, cantilever members, which are having this effect. This tutorial, please like, share and subscribe it. I will continue with such a series of tutorials. Thank you very much.